What's up, my dudes? I'm going to be talking about the custom track making in the new official Monster Energy Supercross game that's going to be coming out. I know a lot of people have been telling me, Spencer, one of these motocross arcade games are going to come out with a custom track maker on them, and you better love it, motherfucker. And with me, it's like, okay, listen, dog. I've built 50, 60 plus custom tracks on MX Simulator. Okay, I know what I'm talking about whenever it comes to custom track making. Now, with the official Monster Energy Supercross game, this is going to be more like a Halo Forge editor than it is like an actual track editor. And I had been thinking this from the very beginning when they actually announced this, but I wasn't 100% sure on it. But now it's making a lot more sense to me with this new thing that they have here on their front page here. So it says, endless possibilities. Creating an exciting and fun track has never been so easy. Be the creator of your experience. Create, customize, and share tracks with the unique chance to test them as you add new obstacles from an extensive toolbox. Check back soon for more details. So this is what we got right here. So the fact that there is a custom track maker in the game is cool in itself. Don't get me wrong about that. Any motocross game that has a custom track maker in it is just a plus in my opinion. But I just think some people are blowing not only that aspect out of the water of this game and out of proportion, but they're also blowing like every single other aspect of the game out of proportion. It's not going to be as extensive as I feel like a lot of people are thinking. And I'm not saying that to be like mean or whatever. I'm just being honest with you so that you know what's up before you go and buy the game, you know, not get kind of tricked into things and don't really know what you're getting into with it. So like I'm saying, this is going to be way more of a Halo Forge editor. It's not going to be like a super go in there and actually build every single one of your jumps, put your ruts in every single place where you want to put them. And it's not like an editor in the sense of like this right here, you know, where you're going in here with a gradient and coming in here and doing like, okay, let me go in here, let me pick exactly how much I want to build on the jumps and then smooth on the jumps and then do all this kind of stuff. It's not going to be like that, bro, at all. Not even close. Not even close. Just think about these things, you know, whenever you decide on whether or not you want to buy the game or not. I mean, yes, it is cool to have a custom track maker in there, like I'm saying, but it's just one of those things where you have to realize what's actually going on here. This is a Forge editor, okay? This is not a full-blown editor. So everyone that is telling me, Spencer, this arcade motocross game finally has an editor in it. What's up now, dude? What's going on now, bro? You better love this game. It's like, dog, it's a Forge editor. Calm your nipples down, please. It's just going to be a Halo Forge editor where you're picking from these pre-made objects, and they made that pretty clear in on their website there. Like, you're going to be picking through an extensive toolbox. Now, I'm not saying 100% it's going to be like that. Obviously, I have not played the game yet, so I can't say for sure it's going to be like that, but, I mean, everything is leading up to that. You know what I mean? Like, everything is coming around to make it seem like that, in my opinion. So, in that case, it does seem like that's kind of how it's going to be. And not only that, but on top of everything else, what is the game called? Monster Energy Supercross. So that right there eliminates so much of custom track making potential right there because it's Supercross only. You're going to be stuck in one little, or I say one little, it may be multiple little stadiums, but all you're really going to be able to do is build in that stadium. You're not going to be going in there and making motocross tracks and making, well, I take that back. Some of the Supercross tracks in this game look like motocross tracks just because of how mellowed out the jumps are and shit, but you get what I'm saying here, though. Like, it's not going to be a, what some people are thinking. Like, it's not going to be this super extensive, make a fucking hybrid track or go in there and make, like, it's just not going to be like that. And if you're okay with that, that's cool. I'm not saying, like, just completely don't like it because of that. I mean, some people may love that aspect. I don't know. But it's not like, and it's impossible to make it a super extensive track editor because it's going to be for consoles. So you're not going to be able to have like this super extensive thing. That's just not possible. So, like, some people need to just calm down just because there's a track editor in the game, man. Like, I mean, seriously, it's not that big of a deal, bro. Like, it's really not going to be that crazy. And like I have to keep reiterating because people love to freak out for no reason just because it's a Monster Energy Supercross official game. Dog, I'm not saying that it's just a terrible thing to have it in the game. That's not what I'm saying. It's a plus. I would rather them have it in there than not have it. But my whole goal is to just try to explain to people what exactly it's going to be and not allow some of these people to get pre-baked notions built up in their head and expectations, and then it just get destroyed when they actually get in the game. You know, it's better to come in here and actually explain to people what it's going to be like before they get their hands on it versus kind of thinking it's going to be a certain way before they get it, you know? So, but like I'm saying, it's only Supercross. So you're going to be picking through these. I don't know if it's going to be like way old school fucking Excite Bike Nintendo 64. What was that game back in the day where you you could customize tracks all the way back then? Okay. And the way they had it back then was like basically what you did was you went in there and picked from pre-made like Supercross. You'd have like a Supercross triple pre-made, and you'd have like a whoop section pre-made, and then you have like a bowl corner pre-made, and you pretty much just placed them all together in little square blocks. I don't know if that's how simple it's going to be. That would be really disappointing if it was that simple. I don't think it's going to be that simple, but I do still think you're going to be picking from like pre-made type things, but you're going to have a little bit more options, I feel like, with where you place them and kind of how you put them together and more options. It's going to be like you're going to be sliding a slider on how big you make the berm, how tall you make the jump. Maybe it's going to be like that. You know, that's probably like best case scenario, but I promise you it's not going to be like a MX Simulator track editor. You know what I mean? Where you go in here and make any sort of goofy jump you want to make, or put a rut, whatever kind of rut you want to make. Like, it's not going to be that kind of track editing, dog. It's just not going to be like that. Now, it is cool that you are going to be able to share your tracks and stuff. Hopefully, that'll add some longevity to it. But it just all depends on how much editing you're going to be able to do. But, like, if I just thought of MX Simulator being like a Supercross custom track only sort of thing, that would get boring over time. I mean, Supercross is fairly limited with a lot of the different like sections and the way that you make them and stuff. So it's one thing to have a motocross game with a track editor in it, but to just have a Supercross game with a track editor in it, that's not really saying a whole lot there, dude. Like, when you have a motocross track editor, then you get with elevation. Then you start making these cool, like, you know, big hill sections and downhills and roughness and doing all this kind of stuff. But Supercross is a lot more cookie cutter in its general design of it all. So, in that sense, on top of all the other things I was speaking about, it's just going to make it a little more simple. Little more, and it has to be somewhat simple for people to get into it, or they wouldn't even be able to do it because it's on an arcade game. You know, it can't be as extreme as like a full-blown MX Simulator editor, or no one would be able to figure it out. So it's going to be a lot more simple. Not saying it's going to be a terrible track editor. I'm just saying it's going to be way more simple than a lot of these people are playing it out to be. It's not going to be like, people, please. I'm saying these things just it's for your own good. It's for your own wallet, dog. Like, people get all upset at me and shit. It's like, dude, I'm saying these. Take it or leave it. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. You don't have to like what I'm saying. But you need to understand, I'm not being like malicious or mad at the game or just trying to shit on the game or just for no reason or whatever. Like, dog, like I say these things for a reason, you know? It's to try to give you information before you get into it, because I know how this shit works. Like, I know how these games do. I know the path they've been on. I know where they're going with it all, and I know kind of the systems they've been having with it and just the wordage they use and things like that. You can just tell how things are going to be before they come out. To a certain extent, you can definitely do that. So either way, man, that's how I feel about it. So may turn out to be a little better than I was speaking about it. May turn out to be a little worse than I was speaking about it. But, you know, that's kind of the guidelines and the range we're looking at here, man, for it. So we'll just have to wait and see till it comes out, you know. That's the way with any game out there. But nonetheless, it's cool to see it. I'm just saying, just be aware of what it actually is going to be, and be aware of what kind of game it is. You know, I highly doubt you're going to be able to put your own type of stadium and fully customize the stadium. You're going to be in a pre-baked stadium, pre-baked objects that you're picking from. And I mean, how much, that's the other aspect of it. How much really like unique customization can you get on a Supercross stadium? This ain't like outside tropical trees or outside like crazy snow biomes and shit. Like, you're in a stadium, dude. Like, how much can you really put on that? You're not putting like grass off of the track and shit like that. So honestly, there's a certain side of me that feels as if you're not going to be able to customize the stadium or any objects for that matter at all on the track. Maybe tough blocks, maybe that, and like the finish line jump or something. But I mean, I really don't think you're going to be making like outside Supercross tracks or anything like that. It's going to be a lot more simple than you think, dog. So either way, be sure and shoot me some hateful ass comments down below. I know you guys are just raring to go on that. So all you arcade super fanboys, listen, man, I have nothing against arcade games. I started on arcade games. I love arcade motocross games. Just telling you the truth. Just speaking the real right now, dude. If you can't accept that, I understand why you're pissed off. But there needs to be more truth in this world. That's just the simple way to put it, man. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.